Thanks for having me.
Great. So, campaign started on Saturday from the perspective of the National Campaign Committee of the ruling CDC. I mean, just tell us how excited is the process so far.
Well, we are absolutely excited. As a matter of fact, we are exhilarated. This is a day that we've prepared for quite some time. The We Are Taylor 2023 campaign is absolutely set and ready to go. We began the set of processes that will characterize this campaign. Firstly, with visitations, to various centers of worship. That's because of the very nature of the president. He is an extremely devoted person when it comes to his belief in God. He embarks on every venture. Firstly, with a prayer for those of the folks that are around him. So that's how he wanted this campaign to start. So we began first with a visitation to the Benson Street mosque to mark the Islamic religious day. And then it was followed by a concert at the CDC headquarters, which you saw. It was a massive gathering of people. Every event of the CDC, as you're aware, is almost always massive. And then we also climaxed it with a visit at the church in Badnersville yesterday, where the president used the occasion to talk to seditionists, to steer a message. That has been a recurring theme now that every member of the campaign seems to want to echo to our supporters. People are so anxious to see a massive victory of the president. There's been all kinds of different tauntings here and there. There's been all kinds of different vilification, fake narratives, and what have you. And so the president's supporters couldn't wait to come out on the start of the campaign, and they were all out in their numbers. Okay. So we welcome them. We thank them for their support. So that's how we started this. VARFLAY.
So I mean, starting the campaign with prayers, whether at the church or the mosque, was it something part of the strategy, or just something thought of and say, okay, let's get into it?
No, campaign is science. Absolutely, it's been part of our strategy. But firstly, we are intending to espouse the person, George Weah, the kind of characteristics that he embodies, and all of that. For those of you who've been covering, I know you are an executive mansion reporter before, and you covered the president for quite a while. You know that these are some of the activities that he would like to do. He's demonstrated a remarkable ability since his presidency of religious tolerance. He's one of the few presidents that has both religious advisors from two of the major religions in his administration. Reverend Nimla and Islamic advisor. Yeah. So it was not a spur of the moment kind of thing. It was cleverly thought out. It was something that was thought out from day one. As a matter of fact, all of the different activities that we're going to be embarking upon wouldn't be spur of the moment. It will be cleverly calculated as we go forth.
So how is the Vigo saw in Monrovia or Montserrado County being taken to other counties? Is it something that I know you have county chairpersons of the campaign committee and all that. Are they following similar Vigo, strategy to ensure that the wishes of the campaign committee come true?
VARFLAY, I mean, the people could not wait. Judging from what we saw on Saturday, officially, it was not part of the set of activities that were planned and all of that for people to start, moving about yet. The official activities should have started from the party headquarters, although people were free to demonstrate their support in their various communities. But these people could not just, hold their emotions. They could not contain their emotions. They were all out, in passionate support of His Excellency the President. I'm talking about these people are regular people in the communities who haven't had their voices heard for quite a while. There's been 6 years of lies. There's been 6 years of all kinds of tales being told about His Excellency the President. And these people, decided that this was their moment. This was the time. This was their time. You know, the president's support base are ordinary Liberians, regular people. I mean, he has support across the political spectrum, but the vast majority of ordinary Liberians seem to think that he sort of represents them. He came from a slum community, you know, fought his way out of poverty and became who he is today. So, you know, the mothers in Manjua Market, the Zogos, at-risk youth that we derogatorily, or some folks derogatorily call Zogos, you know, the other inner city folks, you know, the first-time voters and what have you, they just think that this is the person that I can espouse to be, or my children can become someday. So they see him as a representation of themselves, and they could not wait to come out. Plus, the level of development taking place across the country. These people have felt it. These people have seen it. So no amount of lies can stop this. So that's why you see folks are just so passionate. I mean, we are beginning to get even a little bit surprised, because in all of the different communities, I was in one community on yesterday, and then somebody was talking, the community that we are community, nobody but you know, and stuff like that. So that's the kind of passion that the people are sort of bringing out to this campaign.
So Mr. Fofana, I mean, your critics are saying that the kind of intensities seen the first day will be worn off quickly. You know, what do you say to that?
That is absolutely far from the case. As a matter of fact, the president himself, the B-52 of, you know, the political B-52, that's how we call him, you know, the Bekube, he himself going to get on the roll beginning tomorrow. There's going to be massive mobilization today in two districts, District 7 and District 8. The president is going to be on the roll beginning tomorrow. There's going to be community engagements in the various communities. We will start firstly at the Nancy B. Doe market, and then we will move on to the Rally Town market. There's going to be other engagements along the road, including at the KKC, and then there's going to be an event at Slipway. So this is
when do we see the train? I mean, the team going outside of Montserrat County?
Well, that's going to come. I mean, you'll be the first to know if, you know, when we plan these things, we definitely will communicate. We communicate that. But you know, like you asked, what are these? Just spontaneous events. You know, Montserrat has 900,000 registered voters. Okay. That's 3 times the number of voters, the second highest county, Nimba County, 3 times Montserrat has of Nimba County. So we have been calculated in our move. We're going to exhaust Montserrat and then start to get out in the field.
Now we will not end without, you know, again re-echoing your commitment to a peaceful campaign. I know your campaign committee condemned in the stronger terms the toting of casket by some of your over exuberant, quote unquote, over exuberant supporters, as you indicated in the press release. But you know, more assurance of and commitment to a peaceful campaign will be asked you, especially as we delve into the heart of the campaign process. Can you tell us the commitment?
Of course. I mean, there's been nobody that's been so committed to peace as you know, in this whole political period, and you know, the current dispensation that we find ourselves as President George W. has been. This is something that has been front and center of his messaging. Whenever he mounts the podium, that's why he talks about. That's why he mentioned first and last. And so it was no surprise that the campaign committee came out very quickly to just urge. Listen, this was not a repudiation of our supporters. As a matter of fact, we did say that they were a little bit exuberant. You know, maybe they could have gone about it in a different way, because campaign season will be marked by all kinds of different manifestations out there. But we want to stay on message. And the message is, you know, the astounding development records of President George W. That's what we want to stick to. We don't want to follow the folks in the opposition. You know, the hypocrisy that our folks from the opposition are tending to put out today, pretending to be all pious and sanctimonious, as if they've never provoked. They were the ones that began the provocation on their first campaign tour in Bond County. They used the occasion to say all sort of distasteful things about the president and his children and his families, you know, and then they're pretending to be sanctimonious now. We don't condone the toting of casket. As a matter of fact, we made that clear in that statement by the campaign manager, but also the president himself spoke about not condoning it on yesterday at the church. But our folks within the opposition, they need to know that they are the ones that have set the tone. They are the ones that set the tone for the kind of campaign that we're beginning to see. They are the ones that began insulting the president. They are the ones that began insulting the president's family. They are the ones that started to say all kinds of distasteful things and made wild allegations about some of the things happening in the country. They are the ones that started this, So they shouldn't. It's the height of hypocrisy if they pretend now, to want to accuse other people of peddling, of acting in provocative manners.
Okay, Mr. Fofana, thank you so much for briefly speaking with us. We'll do it regularly, as we delve into the campaign process.
Thank you. You called me when I just got back from my regular morning exercise. Yeah. Okay, but thanks. It was a good one.
Thank you so much. Well, he's the deputy campaign spokesperson of the ruling CDC. So I'm trying to briefly also speak with the chairman of the Unity Party. Also, this commitment to a peaceful campaign is very necessary, and it's so necessary to the extent that we have to get these political actors to talk more about the process. And the Unity Party chairman, Professor Luther Tabe, is on the line. Chairman Tabe, good morning.
Good morning, Beverly, and good morning to Liberia. Good morning to all of you. Great to have you on your show this morning.
Great. So the campaign started on Saturday from the angle of your party. Where are you with it?
Well, the political whistle has been blown, and the Unity Party is very much aware that it's time to go into the trenches and convince our people that we had the alternative to the CDC-led government, and so we are pretty much on course. In all the 15 counties, the Unity Party message and leaders of the rescue team into the trenches, the counties, the communities, knowing that the best alternative for Liberia now is just Mamboy Kai and Jeremiah Combs. So very much everything is much on course.
The message and your action is the action of all political actors. That's what I mean. Is under scrutiny. Your commitment to peaceful campaign. What can you say to that?
Well, we the Unity Party. We affixed our signatures to the Summertime Declaration a few months back, where we showed the Liberian people that we are committed to peace. Our people have gone through a lot, and United Party respect peace. We enjoy the peace. There can be no progress in our country without peace, and so just in Mamboy, our standard bearer, and the entire leadership committed themselves to the Summertime Declaration. And that's why even since the campaign opened, we have been cautioning our supporters across the country to ensure that they campaign peacefully and stop attacking people. But we were all taken aback that on the first day of the campaign, CDC paraded the city with coughing on our standard bearer.
That was few supporters, and I mean the National Campaign Committee has
look, whatever it represents, the CDC is doing it. I don't care whether it's one person. It's something they thought through. They knew what they were doing. VARFLAY, I'm not going to buy into that. They knew that this is what they wanted to do from day one. It's such provocation. This is not a fun fair. Our country is in mess. Our people are suffering. And it's time for us to tell them what we want to do as a nation for the people.
So how are you going to take your commitment?
This is provocative, and we do not want CDC to go this route. This is wrong.
I mean, like I said, that has been already condemned. We cannot read. Just give me a little chance.
You got to give me a chance. You call me, right?
Yeah, but you have to listen to me. Let me ask you.
Yeah, but give me a chance to. When you give me the question,
Yeah, but let me ask you the question that you answer. Okay.
Yeah,
So I was asking your commitment, just going beyond the signatures. How is it triggering down to your
Well,
phone?
we are committed. So
Okay.
far, you have not heard of anybody parading coffin of George Weah in the streets. You have not heard that.
Okay.
Even with the provocation that they have done, we have told all of our people across the country, let us engage the voters.
Okay.
Let us be the mature party, the big boy in the room. Let us tell the Liberian people what we intend to do. Instead of provoking and causing chaos, the party is very much committed to peace of our country. And I can assure you, as the national chairman of the party, we will win our people over by convincing them of our message.
Okay.
And that we are the alternative government for this country.
Thank you so much, Chairman.
Thank you, VARFLAY. Thank you for having me.
Great. So he's the chairman of the Unity Party there. So I earlier on speak with the deputy spokesperson of the ruling CDC campaign committee and the chairman of the Unity Party. So we'll do this more. We'll talk to other political party actors. A commitment to peaceful campaign and peaceful election is necessary. However, I have in studio the chief spokesperson of the National Traditional Council of Chiefs and Elders, Chief Matthew Smith, being very patient with me as I speak to these people. But Chief Smith, good morning. How are you this morning?
Yeah, good morning, VARFLAY. I'm grateful to God. Forgive me for the poor force.
Yeah, no.
Because the cool, but however, I will do my best.
Great. How's the council?
The council is doing great under the leadership of Honorable Chief Zansan Kawan, who is the national chairman of the National Council of Chiefs and Elders. And the chief, in recent time, he gave the national message to the entire country where he was served as a national orator of this year, 176th Independent Day of our nation. And before then, the chief had many achievements in the areas of peace, harmonization, and how to describe it. So the council is doing well. It's a council that is structured in the 15 counties in cooperation with all of the chiefs. So the council is growing in terms of peace, in terms of building unity and all of that. So the council is doing well.
Great. And you said to me that the selection of Chief Zansan Kao was a great achievement, for the council, first of its kind in the history of the council. I mean, has the government made a mark in the lives of you chiefs by that selection?
Oh, well, the descriptions of the national government headed by His Excellency Dr. George Manuel Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia. Well, I know that selection was based on the numerous achievements Chief Zansan Kawa has made in this country in terms of peace, because it's a national government that took over from another government. So they follow the track record of the chief, what the chief been doing, what he's capable of doing. So that's a record the national government follow. There's an old man that have been in the areas of peace. There's a chief that has settled issues between the executive and that of the national legislature under the leadership of the former president, Madam Eddie Johnson Sirleaf. There's a chief that also settled an issue between the House and the judiciary. So all the trust record, they follow it. And besides that, around the 15 counties, here's a chief that has been settling, dispute concerning land, boundaries, and all of those stuff. So they follow the trust record and say, look, this chief has wisdom. We know this time around, he can deliver to us the message to our expectation. And let me tell you, family, people been calling from the United States, been calling from all over about that powerful message Chief Zansan deliver. It's a powerful message. And for me, history got two forms, right? We have the oral and we have the written history. Yeah. And the old man dealt with the oral history in terms of 1821 and that of 1822. The old man outlined the history of this country, how Liberia was formed and all of that. So, it was a new thing for me. I learned that day. You know, so his message was in place. And then the chief also went on to say that, well, we all are Liberians. We are from here. Whether you went somewhere, you stay there, you back in the country, let us hold together with all peace. We cannot do anything. So we don't have no discrimination among ourselves, but we are Liberians. Let us hold together. And the chief went on to say that. And then the chief also count on other achievements that His Excellency have been doing for the past 5 or 6 years. The chief count on it. Or the president, even though people call him boy or whatever they may describe him, but he's a leader, he has wisdom for the fact that he can listen to old people. And now that he been sustaining the peace, we can see the road leading from Battlefield Highway all the way to the junction, because when it started, they said, oh, it's a track, you know, area, but he has opened, but now you're trying to full lane, you know, a road. And then they achieve along other achievements, because the reason is very simple. The National Council of Chiefs and Elders is an autonomous agency of government, and the oversight responsibility of that council to disseminate government messages and to advise government. So the council is an advisory arm for national government. Madam Ellen was there, Chief Sanson was there doing the same thing. Now it's the president. So the council is committed to peace. And it's all about this council is peace. And go and preach a peace message around is a duty of Chief Sanson Kawa. Just in recent time, like last week, he also committed, you know, doing a message that you are going to do immediate closure of all those bushes. And he started with that in Tennessee, Grand Cape County. Now he moving around the 15 counties simultaneously with the message of peace, especially with our first-time voters, our grandchildren, to continue to sustain the peace. Because after elections, we come back together. So Chief Sanson is laying that premise that the peace will continue to be sustained. And also want to say many thanks to Ambassador Judy Amy. You know, she's a daughter, traditional daughter of Chief Sanson, and also for the council. She's doing well. She's she always there, you know, to provide how well we can go ahead with peace and other things. And he helped in the process with Chief Sanson Kawa. So here we want to assure you that the peace will continue to be sustained. As I speak to you from here, the chief arranged a meeting that all of the 15 counties we are going to engage in. And our message is Liberia is the only country we have. Now we are in a crucial turn of our country history. We should be committed to peace. Our grandchildren, don't fight your friend. No political leader should insult you against other people to call us, because the country is yours. When our time finished, we the old people. You will be our cornerstones that will depend on. So that message is going across all over the country. And then the closures of the soil bushes around the 15 counties is very important, because we don't want citizen or any other person to build the excuse that, oh, the devil is this place, or the soil bushes stay open, the harassing, molesting of voters and all of that. So the chief, in his message, he assured the country and the national government that indeed the 15 counties, he will move around to ensure that our traditional and the butchers will be closed culturally and traditionally, that they will not be there. No one will be around to have the excuse that they wanted to go to the place to campaign, they wanted to do this, but you know, the people got pushed there. We afraid, we this, with that. The chief said he needs that free movement in this time of our country history. So he has started already.
Great. Now, if you talk about the suspension of traditional practices, is it affecting the entire country or just certain part of the country?
No, the 15 counties. The suspension is what I'm saying. That people should not build the perception of that excuse that we wanted to go to the place, but we learned how the people practice it, they're doing the one. So the chief said all of those places will be suspended after election until otherwise order.
Why are you suspending the practice?
No, the practice, what we're talking about, there's a crucial time of our country history, right?
Yeah.
The chief is saying that because I said Nene, he's a head of the traditional council. So you're talking about all cultural activity.
Yeah.
So why we are doing that, because they want those electors, the voters, to concentrate on where they have to go and vote and do other things. So we don't want to say, okay, to leave from this other village to this village because it got bush there, so I'm not free to go anywhere. So that freedom of movement with a cultural issue, this is why the woman is saying no place should be open. And our cultural value is still stand. When we talk about cultural tradition, our people, most of our children, they have it on the contrary, and the perception of that, some of them don't really know it. But culture in excess of tradition is a way of life. The way you respect people, the way you humble. And even in the Bible, it says humble before your parent and your day might be long, right? Very good. So it's why we have that, to train our children to know how to, pay respect. Because in the rural area, for example, Jesus and myself, we can go somewhere and then I will be the first person to take spoon to eat. I can't do that. I will see the chief eating, accepting everything. That's our culture. Even in his home, when you work there, you want to ensure that she prepare food, she eat everything before she will begin to eat. These are the things, but our children, when you talk about culture, tradition, they consider it on the other perception that you're talking about zoo and things. No. So we really appeal to the poor people to teach our children when they say culture, it's not about zoo, it's not about anything, but how to respect your people. Because you see that most of the children they gather, they get called here. When they want to say it, they say it. But we can't do it. It's impossible. And moreover, the chiefs, they can't undermine leadership because the chiefs, they all match. The young people supposed to plant new mat on. So we always ensure that we sustain peace. We always ensure that we pay homage to leader, your president, whether we can burn you. Once you're there, we respect you because that is our culture.
Great. So during the campaign process, what is the specific message to your chiefs in the counties?
The specific message from Chief Sansan Kawa, he would love to be here this morning, but he just from Kidman.
Okay.
Yes, and the chief, a little bit tired. And besides, actually planning for the rest of the counties.
Okay.
So, old man, to be moving from here and some of the areas, engaging people with that. So he asked me, he said, my son, go there and tell the people that I'm getting ready. And you will hear from him before he leaves for the rest of the counties.
He will come here.
Yeah, the chief will come. The chief, we appear. So the special message is about buttressing government efforts in the quest of sustaining the national peace.
Yeah.
Because the chiefs are obligated to that, to go and tell the other chiefs, because the chiefs, the message will go on and get down to our grandchildren that consider the first voters. So we tell them, look, this country, it belongs to you people. Don't see your friend and talk to him while you on the other side, you on the other side. Because it shows that you talk to your friend, Nestle, if you on the other side, he not there, you talk to him, what can convince him to get to your side, but not by fighting or applying violence. So we the chiefs, we have the key for the peace. And we the chiefs, we are the peril, and we the bridge that everyone has to cross over. So this message is going from village to village, from clan to clan, from chiefdom to chiefdom, from district to district, from county to county, because we want Liberia to remain peaceful.
Great. Okay, if you just joined us, you're listening to the Super Morning Show on ELBC Radio with me, VARFLAY KAMARA, and I have Chief Matthew Smith, the official spokesperson of the National Traditional Council of Chiefs and Elders. Chief Matthew Smith, there is this perception out there about people. People say the council will endorse either the president or some kind of candidate. Is that true?
No. That is not factual. In the first place, I told you that this council is an autonomous agency of government.
Mhm.
And we are elders. We are all people. We are not in the areas of politics. So we can't endorse because we are not in the area of politics. While it is true that the council or the chiefs, they know good leader,
Mhm.
they know good thing.
And you stand by the government
The government
for development.
for development. We stand by the government for development. What we can see
Mhm.
for the past 170 years, we are not seeing some that we are seeing. We appreciate it. Because the reason why you say, oh, that my son go to school, or that my daughter go to school, is to get good thing out of that child.
Mhm.
All right? No matter who the child live with. But when the child comes with good thing, they say that Peter Brown, son here, or that John Brown, son here. For example, in my home,
Mhm.
I have about 7 children that went for a while this year.
Mhm.
They all are my biological children.
Yeah.
One there is my son. But then the rest of my family members that pass, they are children. My other children can be going to school and they sit down. So they was all of them came dancing. Oh, Papa, which I got thank you. Which I got thank you. I say, wow. They say, oh, but the school not ask for money. Oh. The school not ask for money.
You mean the registration to
There was free tuition.
oh
Yeah. So they said the president paid it there. I said, that's great. So they were happy telling me, so these are the things for us, we the country people, we the elders, and we are happy of. Because some of us to get the ABC to learn, we got to take someone down.
maybe because you're appreciating the Google things that you think they are good, you're coming up to appreciate the government, maybe that what they're saying, people saying, already we in political time.
No. The thing there is, it's happening in my government.
Mm-hmm.
If the government achieves, you must be something to say, hey, we're not talking about they're the opposition, they are politicians. We're not politicians.
Yeah.
And we don't know both. So we can't talk much about what is beyond both because we don't know both. But as I previously stated, we the elders, we the chiefs, and we standing by to carry the peace message. And then we are not there to argue with anybody. While we then see and we continue to see, we appreciate the leader. So if the chieftain or any other, citizen, you can't appreciate what you have not seen before. Now you are seeing it. Another thing is a wrong thing, or anybody telling us, why we got to endorse it, we endorse, they want to, they want no. The council are not coming. She's not going to
But are there plans that, the council would do something like that?
We carry the message. The one thing the council has decided to do, time to count, is to honor some people that have been doing great things. For example, we are sitting here.
There is an honorable. You told me about it.
Yeah. When I got here, I was confused. I started looking around. Somebody asked me, but Chief, what are you looking for? I said, it's just LBS. And the person said, oh, yeah, Chief, but you in the building? I said, no. Because before this place was better, when you count the way the rain CC on, the rain falling all over, nowhere to stand, even to talk to you. So there was street in one place. But you could see a modern equipment. The building is well furnished. The building is up to date. So our daughter, Liberty, that here, we got to honor her. Those are the things we're talking about. People that are doing something, we're going tomorrow. But our own children, grandchildren that come in, let them see that we have love. And we want our people to practice the love. Even you in opposition, wow, when you see your friend doing anything in your district, it's about thank you. Even though two are all we running, but they want
at the end of the day, the country will benefit.
Exactly. They want you to power. I appreciate you. Because tomorrow it will be your turn. You do something they don't appreciate you, how you will feel? You will feel bad. So that's good. The child holding water for you, every morning holding water for you. One day tell the child, say, oh, thank you. At least you always, make my water on time. But not good to say discourage the child. You know that the child will not be encouraged to do anything. So we honor people who have done well. Even it could be the president, in not the matter that we endorsing anybody. But say, oh Lord, Mr. President, yeah, we tell you thank you for all the things we see. We pray that you reach to the other one and thing. Because when the president provided vehicles, 1 year ago, when the president provided vehicles, 30 pickers, 150 motorbike, and then 16 ambulances for the county thing. And that was presented to Chief Kawa, right there to Spoke Complex.
Yeah, out there.
Yeah, we received those things. We were happy because years back, our people, they were told in Hammer, which are the board we stay in front now, you say, and the Panama chief come in, you're putting Hammer from Sangata to Chekwata, which are one of the children can do this son. So that mobility, the children look at car, it was cool. Now children a car, all children. When you go around the car, even the driver then driving for them, they make sure that they wash it every day because we are not seeing it before.
Yep.
So that was a great thing for the chief then. And another thing there is that this government recognized the traditional people. They recognize the traditional people. And we are seeing the humbleness of the president from the day. Where other opposition, they know what they talk and think. But from the day, especially me when I was internally, he came there. He said, oh, John, we are open here. You know, when you interrupted you can. We ran there. Well, man, they said, what my Liberian people? What my Liberian people? What people from Liberia? Well, we pour our hand up. He starts sharing money. $100, $200, $50, the one that get in your hand. And we're able to survive. So for me, we are not, saying something that is not happening. We are saying something we have seen. And you got passion for the country. That's what the chief said in your message. He said, gentlemen, no need to be talking, cussing each other on radio. When you see your friend drinking something for the old lady, you bring 4 cups of red for the old lady, you in that same community, make it 10. So they were taking into contest, wow, the chief said, when this government or even president, we all do they want opposition, because you sometimes got to be constructive in what you want to do. Because those things you are criticizing of, you go there, you start with it. We are country people, we don't have to be convinced. We say, oh, the man, no, you 21. A Peter Branton over, we know. But to get on radio to be cursing each other, be doing anything, oh, the leader this, the leader that, that will have, the propensity to undermine the development and growth of this country. Mind you, other people in the diaspora, like our children there, cursing, other people have, when they hear those kind of negative news, they cannot come here to do anything. But let us single things that will be good for the country, because our time going tomorrow. But the next generation. So our message down there is we should continue to sustain the peace. We are going there to talk to our elders, that advise our grandchildren, the first-time voter. Let them be tolerant. Let them be peaceful. They shouldn't fight their friend. Nobody food and say, go in the other community, go do they want, cause problem there. They shouldn't do it. Even in my community, I have a consultative meeting with the children. I try to buy food, talk to them. Gentlemen, that your country there. And let me tell you the parable when I was in meeting with them yesterday. The youth then when I called them and said, you, what's the vision you have for the country? The other person, I want to be there, I want to be this one. I say, all right. They said, we want to do that because our little sister that was here, Patience now in India. And Patience also saw a wild free tuition pricing. And she said, oh, I'm doing laboratory, sounds there. I'm coming back to 14 military hospital. He said, I'm going there to make money. And while the president pay my wife's fee, and I'm here in India, I have to come back and work in our hospital. This is a good vision. Then I was telling them, I said, look, there was a man and his wife were living in a deserted place, an old house that grass, all on it. And the rich man, every time he passes by, you will see them, the way they're sitting down and think. So, one upon the time you went to the man, he said, but man, what can you do? The man said, oh, I can build house. You sure he can build? He said, yeah. He said, I won't give you money, you build house for me. I will give you the money, you will buy the door, everything. The only time I want to see that key. And to make the story short, the man gave him the money. The man said, I gave you 3 months. He said, no. So I get the money, I can work up. In 2 months' time, I will turn the key over. The man went to a well, he said, we reach now. You know what we should do? Yeah. The man said, you want concrete? And the man said, what we finish if I go call him. They go call the Babon State. We call the other one, we do the one. And we plaster a fan. We chop it, we plaster a fan. We pin it. When I make it, you will not know that whether that's concrete or not. So that is what we do. We got to enjoy ourselves. And that's what they were doing. Then he sent message. He planted flower. Well, when he entered the yard, he said, yeah. He in the people big country they call America. So to make a story short, he called, he said, I threw away your house now. Come. The man said, but I gave you 3 months, 4 months. Then in 2 months time, he said, my work I learned. I rather do, I don't waste time. Can't see the horse. When the man appeared, he looked all around and said, what? This is a decent building. My man will be building for me. Where your wife? Where your children? Call them. When he came, he said, from today, I can see your problem. When I pass here, the way you're looking is not correct. But the horse for you. I went to the children yesterday. He said, what? The man now a chance. He said, if I knew, I won't put Baboon stay here. If I knew I'm not going to trouble her, I was going to new reason. So I was telling them yesterday, I was admonishing them, I don't want you to play with your life. You're trusting in the country, and not nobody, you're very sad. My children, then they were here, we got to get to all around. They not here, they went to, most of them, they went to school. From there, they got scholarship, they are in India. So to be a peer pressure person to your friend, why you seeing your friend do it? He said, no, I got to do it. It's not government. Even though government has signed, the president has signed the drug, something into law. But Chief Sansan said the security and ourselves, and the young children, you got to do something. So some of them start knocking at chair. I said, don't be like that man, your family, if I knew. So right now, put something in your head. You got vocational school all around. You put something there tomorrow. The government say, oh, we got the other opportunity. You'll be able to fit. So they were happy and they were receptive to that parable or the prophets. I said to them, so this is how we want this country to go. You want to be, if you can't sell, you cannot be a seller. So we are appealing to all our children that are going, aspiring, be here for presidency or legislative something, be tolerant. Because you can't spoil something, then tomorrow that your time, it will not be good. And one thing we can say that we the chief, we admire of about children, the excellency, when you were in opposition, I don't talk about the party, but when you were in opposition, probably none of your radio station has in a recording where he had come over radio to insult Madam Eddie at the time, to say other things. Even 205, 2011, people have other issues, a man want to have a party. Oh, no, the way they want happy, the way they want happy. And he remained resolute. And he was the president appointed as peace ambassador. And he was carrying that message. In our other opposition, they said, no, the way they think, it went against the position from the president. So we want everybody to open heart to this government and to the country, particularly the country, because this is the only country we have. And our children coming up, when I was in school, I used to walk from on the old road, Tottenham High. And let me tell you something, those days, the teachers then you used to have and people from Ghana and people from Sierra Leone. But now, most of you now, you're teaching yourself, your friends there. You're at the university, my son was TA there, you were 23 years. Could you imagine? But when we were grandpa before we were able to graduate from high school, even to go to your big school then, it's not happening now. So there are a lot of changes going on in our country where they were free tuition. While you case I told them, the way your friend had the opportunity to graduate from high school, we never have it. It is your time now. Here's a leader say, I will pay one fee. Suppose the one fee has gone to 75 or $80 per student, times 8% and a half. Where are we going to get our money from? Even at the university. So we are grateful to God to recognize that too.
Okay. We're speaking with Chief Matthew Smith. He is the spokesperson of the National Traditional Council of Chiefs and Elders. He promised that Chief Zanaka will be here too before the end of the campaign. So you remember the last time you held someone on dialogue, someone on a conference in Kakata?
Yes.
And you said you invited all of the political leaders. But some of the opposition political leaders, they didn't go there. And I think the president went there. And you also say that you will still make effort to get the opposition political leaders to talk about, peace, to also commit them to peace. Like we in the media are doing, we will talk to these actors to remind them, because the more we talk to them, the more they get reminded that they have a commitment, they have a peace to protect. Their conduct will be in conformity with what they've signed up to. And so, are you still making effort? Is the council still making effort to get to these opposition political leaders to actually get their commitment?
Yes.
Or you just saying
no, that is a responsibility of Chief Hassan Kawa as a national chairman, because he is our power and he is the reservoirs wisdom. All right. And the chief called a meeting in Kakatan where 600 plus chiefs were in attendance. And the chief wrote all of the political actors to go there, and so that we reason together. He the power to evaluate, oh, my children, yeah, you got to be this way and you got to be that way.
Yep.
And they didn't go there. Only the COS, and the civil society organization, and the religious leaders, they all were there. And again, we want to register our thanks and appreciation to the religious leaders, and that is a Christian community and the Muslim community. The people, for us, they don't have problem. The Muslim, we all are one. The people praying, they praying for peace. They pray, say Allah, they talking about peace. And also the Christian community. So we really appreciate the president by going to and now the first time, maybe people will be thinking, say, oh, maybe campaign coming. I know the president been doing that. All right. And some people can say, oh, which denomination or which faith he belong to? Is he Muslim or Christian? That how leaders supposed to be? Because we are all Liberians. And in my house, I get to proud somebody, why you don't join my church, you go to the other church. That is your church. Is a faith you want to follow. So the Muslim and the Christian, they are doing well. They are praying. And in fact, my church, they are declared 1 week fast and prayer for this campaign and a coming up election. So we want to send a message out to all of our grassroots churches as well. I know the Muslim community too, they're there because they are on every Friday. They got no time. So the Christian community, we also do that. Every Friday, Wednesday, we go for prayer. But we want us to put in time more than before and talk to our children. When you take a pulpit as a pastor or bishop, encourage peace. Talk to our children, our first-time voter, the grandchildren, then let them be peaceful. Because the parable I just sent out is about when you cause problem, then tomorrow you start knocking your chair. Oh, if I knew. So we don't want that to be, that our children to be peaceful. So we want to say that the message going on to buttress government efforts in the quest. Because every time we hear from the leader, let us sustain the peace. No matter how people talk, what they say, continue to sustain the peace. The peace is important. And one thing again, when I was in grade school, I went for vacation. My uncle used to horn kill me. But then when I went 4 days, I can't see anything. 4 days, the old man, they are asking, I said, but yeah, you're not bringing anything home. He said, yeah, my view. Why am I killing no meat but animal because my woman myself in problem? I said, why? So it means like he said, yeah, once the home we don't have peace, I can't go home and get anything. Here she go sell basket, she will not get no coffee. So put all together, you have a song. So that I got to her there, and the next day make it ready. Yeah. So the perception or phenomenon exists. So without peace, we can't do anything.
Yeah. Okay, so Chief Mavi, let's take some calls. Let's listen to your people on 08005140096, 08005140096, and be live on the Super Morning Show this morning. Chief Mavi Smith is the spokesperson of the National Traditional Council of Chiefs and Elders, talking about some of the activities planned for the council ahead of the elections and during and after the election. Chief Mavi, all these things that you're doing, will you continue after the elections?
It's our responsibility. We don't start somewhere in after August 2012. That's what we have been doing. That's the greatest, pillars for the council to continue with peace. Whether because election coming or after election, it is a chief oversight responsibility to continue carrying on the messages of peace. So we've been doing it. We will do it, and after election, we will do it until God call or whom. But it's our mandate.
Great. Call us on 080-514-096. Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning. My name is Bob Mulva. I call from Bone County.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to tell our Father thank you. I'm satisfied this morning, man. I'm just satisfied with the message that he's preaching. I know too many people are listening to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I know all of them are getting what he's saying. Like what I am this morning. I'm satisfied. Papa, thank you. Thank you for the message.
Okay, welcome.
And that story touched me.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The old man get wisdom. Now I let it be around it. Morning.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Is this yeah, my name is Thomas Yanzi. I want to say part on the program, you know.
Yeah, go ahead. But where you call from?
I'm calling from Omega Market.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask the TV studio, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was discussing about sort of getting fit. And this one lost him as CDC. I heard with the backup on and why you make it.
Okay, he will speak to that. Thank you. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. This is Paul Sosa and I call from Boca Mission.
Go ahead.
I want to appreciate the chief. He said it all. And during the July 26th, the chief of that tower said the same thing concerning about the opposition. They don't want to do any other thing that will encourage people to vote for them, but only to be castigating the government. So in that frame, could you imagine the 30% we are asking him which are the denomination that you belong to? As a leader, you have to be a close father, and what the man is doing, and the kind of happen with it. So I don't know what to say. So thank you, Chief.
Thank you. Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, how are you, Mr. Babu? This is Ishmael Azikim, friend coming morning, and I'm calling you from Puya, the back of the bureau.
Let's hear you.
Thank you so much. Let me appreciate the chief in the studio. You know what motivated me to call this morning? I'm one of the chiefs in my own locality. Actually, he has said out, and then that's supposed to be our message with the chief to carry peaceful messages to our children so that we can remain peaceful. So, chief, thank you so much, and I believe you continue carrying on these messages to our people throughout the nation, throughout this electoral process. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
Okay. Thank you. Hello. Good morning.
Good
Morning.
Yeah, my name is Moses K. Toba, and I call from the United Wilson community.
Quiet.
Yeah, I call to tell Chief Matthew, thank you very much for preaching peace. This is what we need. We need peace so that our election will be successful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We can take a call and go back to Chief Matthew. Morning. Hello. Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Imam calling from. Hello?
Go ahead.
Imam calling from Fulton for me Highway.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
My concern is this way. Imam, we are mute. Thank you for this show. So I'm asking all the imams to have one day meeting and sensitize our imam to carry this awareness. Peace. Thank you very much.
Thank you. One more call. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Father.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna see
Let's hear you.
Yeah, there is something that the old man very proud to do that we usually experience every day in our country today concerning our culture.
Yep.
Yeah, very easy. We observe that when we and our little, if you are to get it, mommy, how would it will tell you that way back in there. So they are really trying to step on our culture in Uganda.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you. Chief Matthew, you listen to the callers. I mean, commendations for you, and also, urging you to continue the peace message and all that.
Yes. Well, we continue to encourage our peace message up there, and we can't say anything beyond peace. Somebody talking about what we're saying about Cascade and the rest of it. Well, we were not there to see what went on, right? But
you saw picture.
No, I didn't see it because I don't look at Facebook. I don't look at those things. The only thing I heard that it was condemned by the leaders of that party. So I don't think there's an issue there again, because they condemn it and say no, it's not correct. You don't move forward. And I don't think President we will encourage such. But let me tell you something. When you got children, plenty of children, you got 10, some will be there, to follow you, and some will be there to be on the other side. So we cannot comment on that, but we pray that those who are in the habit of whoever, we are up for peace, and it is a time, to continue to sustain the peace. The second caller said the old man discredited opposition and what have you know. Maybe the echo was too much in the building. You did not get Chief Sansan cover clear. What Chief Sansan said is, I'm encouraging all opposition. Imagine a Chief Sansan meeting, you say, you're my children. In your communication, you put there, all my practitioner children, you can't. They're listening together, they didn't go there. So he was saying, if your friend move one step forward, try to move 2 or 3 steps forward. But you never discredited any opposition. That's when live. So that caller to say, oh, he's on cover to instead of reconciling, because our people, when you don't come on radio, the way the young people, the poor people, they are only talking is to insult. When you're not hearing that, then you're not talking the good thing. But the chief in your wisdom, he said things good, and the nation at large, they appreciate what the old man said. Then again, somebody talking about how well can we reconcile this, our people. We said that we've been doing it, and it's our responsibility, all the oppositions, to bring them together. And at the end of in fact, before we start the tour, the owner will send a message up again to invite them, because they're the both people, they signed the Farmington Declaration. And we the traditional people, when we say you chief, that's what the owner said in his message. He said, don't say we don't have police, we don't have soldiers, but peace are okay. Because when you are later in the town, they say tomorrow to clean the water road, and you don't get out to go, they wouldn't know where to take you, that the next time the town crier made an announcement to go and clean that road, even to the men's side. So to see people acting so, to be violent in our culture, you can't see that, because the culture will reason together. But moreover, yet, I want to put people here, there are PhD people here. So you're talking the one, he said, I way back thing, we just listen to that thing, Papi, that thing you're doing. And let me tell you that before closing off, my case in the home, I developed the work. I had the one they call patient in India now. He says you can't work. Patient, yeah, you will be holding water. Prince, yeah, you will sweep the place. I developed the but then patient, water, you use it every movement, every time. So in the morning, patient will follow the bathroom, barrel, and all of that. So Prince, the tire can be dirty. So one time she brought peanuts right on the pole. She started busting it, wasting it there all over. Then Prince said, oh, patient, why are you telling the paper do they want? He said, but they want your patient, Papa, why they came to me. He said, I did it because throughout the way I'm not seeing Prince sweeping. So if I don't bring there to put it yet, the man will not work. You see? So human being, they got rid of, thinking and saying things. But all in all, let us sustain the peace, material. The peace is important. The chief he has started already, and we move, and we want to encourage all of our traditional council chiefs and elders, and those that work to the office will not have no time but to pushing the peace message. And we don't want to hear arguing with anybody. If someone does something wrong to you, there's a process, because we, the custodian of peace, is just word away, and then make sure that you stand on your bound of peace.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chief Matthew Smith.
Thank you. Welcome, VARFLAY.
Well, he's the official spokesperson of the National Traditional Council of Chiefs and Elders, Chief Matthew Smith. He's been my last guest on the Super Morning Show this morning. You can join me tomorrow for another presentation of the Super Morning Show. My name is Val.